We're kind of seeing the long zoomed out shot of the course, and so many of these roads here, there's obviously not a lot of elevation other than the small little steep kickers. So there are a lot of places on the course where if you take a sip of water and you kind of look back over your shoulder, you might be able to get an eye, if not on the riders, but on the dust clouds, right? Because if there's a bigger group, you're going to have that bigger bowl of dust kicking up behind you. So that would give you some sort of indication of what things look like out there. But yeah, you certainly wonder if the alarm bells have gone off in that bigger group in the women's race. So that gap continuing to blow out, and Decker and Migon and Stevens just still sharing the work very, very well.
One other thing that's sort of been a new development over the last couple of years at Unbound is the battles for position, because of what you were just talking about, can really extend these key points. So the effort for that bigger group will be longer than Little Egypt, because they're going to have to start ramping up their pace and kind of, elbows out, trying to get good position going into Little Egypt. So the group behind, in a lot of ways, can be burning more matches, or at least having higher power spikes because they're in a bigger group, counterintuitively. And so these three riders out front, even though they're having to push more wind, they're doing a much more even effort and able to stay below their threshold much more of the race.
All right, we are back, and it looks like our most recent time gap, things may be starting to get a little heated up in the chase group for our women's race. That gap now down just a bit under 11 seconds, right around that mark. Decker, Migon, and Stevens still getting it done out there. That pace just a shade shy of 20 miles an hour. Melissa Rollins, Sofia Gomez, Visha Fanye, Lauren Di Crescenzo up in that group as well. G. Schurz, Rosa Closer, our winner here last year. Annika Langvad into that mix as well. Whitney Allison, who we've not talked about a whole lot, slipping her way up into that mix. Axel Dubois-Prevost in that mix as well. Oh, that's another big name. She was another rider, super active early at Sea Otter. Came away with a good result. And Cecile Lejeune up in that mix as well.
This is the women's chase group. To me, she's looking in control, looking comfortable, and potentially that means the gas isn't, totally to the floor in this chase group. Maybe she's got a good poker face, but to me it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of suffering going on right there.
Yeah, looking pretty comfortable, so it'll be interesting to see once we kind of pan the camera out what the real dynamic here of this group is. And remember, she's riding for that Pas Normal, right? Two riders up in that breakaway, so regardless, she's not going to be contributing a whole lot to whatever the group she's in here right now, because Decker and Migon up in the front, continuing to look good. That gap
14 minutes.
14
minutes.
I thought you were saying 6.
No.
Oh my word.
I'm running out of fingers.
Yeah. 14 minutes. I don't know that in my history, certainly here, that we've seen a gap like that back to the second group from 3 leaders. That's amazing